everybody. It's that time of the week again. Coming to you live from Austin, Texas. New feature this week, we'll give you fun Austin facts. Austin is the home of the world's largest urban bat population. And it just so happens that my favorite superhero is a heroine. Batgirl, because Batgirl did everything that stinking billionaire Bruce Wayne did, but she did it on a librarian's salary. Live to you from Austin, Texas, where the word draw has a very different meaning. Let's take a look around. Things are starting to come in, arriving from New Jersey. We are here in the Al Grierson studio, where we still have our aphorisms. Yes, you can. Do good well and write something. Don't forget to stick around after the poem of the week, because we will have your moment of spin. Poetry has come in from New Jersey. Getting organized. Let's get in here. Show me some love. Show me some love and it will come back to you in infinity. Don't hit the anger button, because we got plenty of that in this world. So y'all up for a story? Hey, Barbara. Thanks for arriving on time. I don't know if it's me. Maybe it is. I really don't think that it is, though. Maybe it's the lingering pandemic. Maybe it's age and stage of life. But I have noticed that almost everybody I know is going through something. Something heavy. I got to turn this music off. Sorry about that. Almost everybody I know seems to be going through something heavy right now. Every time I turn around, every text I get, every missive is about some tragedy or another. And I thought it would be appropriate to maybe tell a story that, an affirming story, one about going down into hell and using the very fires of hell to forge victory. If you like this story, please share it with your friends. So tell me, y'all up for a story? Type it out on your screen. Y'all up for a story? You can do it. Go ahead and type it out. I'm breaking up. I am breaking up. Well, I hope that has stopped. I'll wait for you to. Is it still breaking up? Should I stop the broadcast and start over? Seems to be like a 15-second delay between when I start this thing and I get any kind of response. So I'll be patient. Wonder why that is. I'm sorry that the signal is being bad. Thanks for letting me know that, Kat. Well, I hope it. I'm just pausing to see if I need to start this over. Oh, thanks, Barry. I appreciate that. Barry out in San Francisco. I want to tell this little affirming story. Y'all up for a story? I should continue. Y'all up for a story? Oh, technology, it's kind of fun. Paradise lost, but probably not the way that you're thinking. You remember just a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, when we in the Bay Area were walking through the streets of San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento, complaining that the elastic bands on our now ubiquitous N95 masks fit too tightly. The N95 mask we were wearing for very different reasons. But be careful what you complain about in this life, because you'll find yourself remembering the lives that have been more severely impacted than your own. Loss of life, loss of family, loss of home, loss of community, big picture stuff. But every picture is composed of many smaller ones that depict lives that are impacted in ways that we don't even think of, can't even think of, even though it is the smaller picture that depicts the greater reality. The littlest bird sings the prettiest songs. In Paradise, California, before the fire, like in any community, everyday dramas were being played out on a routine Sunday morning sidewalk basis. You know what pisses me off? Is they do trash pickups on Mondays, and every month has a Monday holiday. Veterans Day, no holiday, no trash pickup. What's up with that? Do you think they'll ever fix those potholes? Hey, did you hear Paradise Adventist Academy advanced to the Northern California semifinals? Paradise Adventist? Do they even have a football team? Volleyball. Girls volleyball. Before the fire, these were the buzzes on the front porches, Monday morning coffee neighborhood chit-chat. The stories on the local AM radio station, the front pages of the local newspaper, the Paradise Post, which is now in ashes. And although in ashes, the Paradise Post, through the help of her sister paper, the Chico Enterprise Record, continues to publish as they had before the fire. Only now, there is no town to deliver the papers to. So they delivered the papers to the evacuation centers. Because we all remember what happened over a 2-day period. What started off as a small brush fire well west of the city turned into a bonfire that turned Paradise into Hades in a matter of hours. Potholes and volleyball were no longer on anyone's mind. Grab your family and escape, escape, escape. But not all of the pre-fire drama of Paradise's refuse to die community turned into floating ash that settled onto your car windshield in Berkeley. There are 12 players on the Paradise Adventist Academy girls varsity volleyball squad. Go Cougars! They and their families made it out alive, but barely. 8 of them and their families lost their homes, lost everything, and they were spread out, staying in shelters or with relatives from Shasta to Stockton. How could there be a volleyball game? But this was the semifinals, and no sport in the school's long history since 1904 had ever made it that far. And their opponent was to be the Forest Lake Lady Falcons. And they assumed that the Cougars would have to forfeit. So the Falcons began preparing for their next opponent. But the Cougars, they refused to be defeated. Yet the Cougars had no equipment, no uniforms, no place to practice, no place to play, no homes. But these girls, now that's a different story. And I thank God on Thanksgiving Day that they don't see things like you and me. Never underestimate the power of young women. These girls took to social media and they let it be known that they needed the game to go on. In solidarity, the Lady Falcons agreed to host. And the Lady Cougars, their lives in total chaos, arranged for transportation from points unknown to Auburn, California, home of the Forest Lake Christian School. And these 12 girls met in the parking lot for the first time since the fire. One of them had managed to gather together some white T-shirts from the shelter where she had been staying, and another had a Sharpie, and they scrawled Cougars on the front of their T-shirts. And they put them on, and together they linked arms, united, defiant, and together they marched into the opposing team's gym where they were met with something that few visiting teams receive when they march into an opposing team's gym? They were met with a standing ovation. And they were met with much more. Because within 24 hours of the devastating fire, the Forest Lake Falcons had collected donations of $1,600 and laid out on the visiting team's bench were new knee pads, socks, and most impressively, new uniforms matched with what the players would have worn, with their names on the back and numbers, matched exactly what they would have worn had the fire not happened. And the Paradise Lady Cougars went on to win that game against the Forest Lake Falcons. They won the game, but not the match. But in truth, they won much more than any volleyball squad could, including being the champions of my heart. And it would be poetic to say that the Lady Cougars went on to win the state championship. And in a way, they did. But instead, what actually happened, I'm sorry for the pun, Paradise lost. They had to lose. Because, my friends, this is not Hollywood. This is paradise. This has been your poem of the week. Hang around for your moment of spin. There you have it. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, Jaffoto Bacchus is watching. Hey, James Jones. Hey, good to see you. Thanks. I like telling that story as well. Hi, Barbara. Oh, what's going on? Oh, the record's coming along. I think we are going to call it Meek Rising. Here's a mock-up of the cover. I'm not sure if that's what it's going to be, but Paul and I are working hard on it and looking at doing some touring. Going to be going out to the West Coast in May. If you're out on the West Coast, especially in the Bay Area, Santa Cruz, to say Paradise, would like to have Paul and I come play, let me know. Drop me a line. We're going to be going out there for some shows for sure in May, and then up in the Northwest in July. And I've been looking for a local music partner. I've had 2 auditions and things are going well. I think what I want to do is get together a bunch of different people and develop a repertoire with them so I can go play some local shows. If you live in the Austin area and would like to participate that and start developing a repertoire with me, drop me a line. I'd love to do it. Thank you so much for listening. And please, if you like this, please share it. And it's time for your moment of spin. Give me a number between 1 and 3. Hey, Steve. Yeah, Steve, we'll be coming to Eugene for sure. For sure in July. Give me a number between 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Barbara says 3. That would be this one. Now, give me a number between... Sorry, James. Barbara beat you to it. Give me a number between 1 and 130. 1 and 130. Open up your hymnals to page. That is true. The only number between 1 and 3 is 2, Brian. 97. James says 97. Open up your hymnal to page 97. But why an apple? I mean, the Bible never says. What if it were a banana? I think a whole lot more people would read the Bible if it had a snake talking to a naked chick, getting her to inhale a chiquita. There you have it, your moment of spin. Thank you for playing along, and we will see you soon.